When Manny Pacquiao and Adrian Broner meet in January, the Filipino legend will be 40 years old, while his American opponent will be 11 years younger. Because age slows reactions and speed, and every fight adds more miles to the clock, many are asking whether Manny is too old to compete with the new generation. But even so, there's a rich tradition of wily old dogs teaching young upstarts a lesson for the Pac-Man to reference. Archie Moore trained some great boxers later in life, but he was also known for handing out lessons to youngsters in the ring as well. In 1955, the old mongoose only needed 3 rounds to knock out Carl Bobo Olsen, 12 years his junior. A year later, he met Jim Parker, who was 20 pounds heavier, 5 inches taller, and 14 years younger. Moore beat him like a drum until the referee stopped it in the 9th. And then, in 1958, he faced 29-year-old Ivan Durrell when Moore was 3 days from turning 42. And Durrell had the aging icon on the mat, early and often. But Moore drew on all of his experience and rallied. By the later rounds, he was in complete control and flooring the young challenger at will. In the 11th, Moore's right spun Durrell's head around for his 123rd knockout. I repeat, his 123rd knockout. One of Moore's students, George Foreman, outdid his teacher when in 1994, he challenged for the WBA and IBF heavyweight straps. The undefeated champ Michael Moorer was 26. Foreman was 45, nearly 2 decades older. But with 1 clean shot in the 10th, Foreman laid Moorer out and rendered that age difference academic. But the poster boy for the value of experience is the alien himself, Bernard Hopkins. Still competitive at the top level in his late 40s, B-Hop had no choice but to feast on young blood late in his career. He challenged Tavoris Cloud for the IBF light heavyweight title in 2013 when he was 48 years old. Cloud was 17 years younger, and Hopkins seemed to take the youth of his opponent personally.
But if you betting because I'm 48 today, and that's the only reason you say that I can't because of the way you feel and because of where your belt is on the last hole of your belt, because your button is popping at the top and you 10, 15 younger than me, and then you look at me and say how it's impossible for this 48. You're looking at the number. You're looking at the number, but you're not looking at the man.
Hopkins beat Cloud from pillar to post, taking a unanimous decision, and became the oldest man to ever win a major title, beating a record he had set himself 2 years earlier. A year later, he went one better and met Bebut Shumenov for the IBF and WBA light heavyweight titles. Hopkins was 18 years older than Shumenov and still managed to beat him in a split decision, breaking his record yet again. Experience can go a long way toward balancing the toll age takes on a fighter. And if Pacquiao can bring his decades worth of experience to bear against Broner, then the next generation could be in for some harsh lessons from the old school.